The pollution issue is pervasive. A global phenomenon affecting every man, woman, and child. The pollution issue is enduring. We will now return the young populations that our ancestors knew. The pollution issue has profound implications for many facets of human life. That is the end of our presentation. If you have any question, we are happy to answer them now. Thanks for listening.
Well, first of all, I would like to say your oral performance is probably far better than your writing, your paper, and even for the construction of your the study, you know, all the procedures, methodology parts, and the terms you use. So I have quite a few questions about the methodology part. Okay. Okay. And especially for the terms you use. So it's quite confusing, you know, it's like I'm not sure, you know, what kind of methodology or methods you're using for data collection, especially with, I know that there's a survey, right? You use a questionnaire, right? And but you use the terms like interviewer. So you know the difference between interviewer and interviewee. Do you know the difference? Okay, so you put it under slides. I saw the words like you keep saying like interviewers, right? And actually, you know, the people who respond to your questionnaire should be respondents. Okay, but if you kind of you have this face-to-face interviews with the people, and that people you interviewed will be interviewees. Yeah, right. So can you clarify this is in terms of the methods you use for collecting this data? It's like a face-to-face interview, okay? Or you just give the questionnaire to anyone, to the people at the location where. Okay, yeah. So you just go ask around, like, if the person wanted to answer your questions, and you just leave them there and answering, fill out this questionnaire. So can you make it clear to me, like, which one you actually use? Face-to-face interview, you ask them questions, and they answer your question, you make a mark on your questionnaire, or you ask them to answer. Respondents. Yeah, so you actually use like interviewees or respondents. So those are the two different terms. And you also use like reviewers. Who are reviewers? Yeah, so you have this terms quite exchangeable, right? But they are not. They mean differently. Okay? So you have to make it clear to us, like you have reviewers and you have interviewers and you have the interview. You didn't even use these words like respondents, or you use participants. Okay, so all the terms added up, like create a lot of confusion. So go back to the question I asked you, like you do this face-to-face you did this face-to-face interview, or you collect the questionnaire and collect the data with this questionnaire and answered by your respondents.
Yes.
Which one?
I think the respondent is the correct one to use. Now the reviewer interviewers， 受访者跟你回复的不是 review 是叫interviewers means interviewers 面面试者的意思啊，说
Interviewer 是我访问你，
对对，
他会被
被
访
访问
问。
者的。
Interviewee，我是 interviewer，他是 interviewee。
But you have to talk to the interview face to face. If you just leave your survey there, it's not
It's not.
respondents. Yeah. So this you have to use the correct one.
So you didn't do this face-to-face interview,
No.
okay? And also,
Well, carry on.
yeah, first half part of your paper and your presentation, well, actually you talked a lot about this the roles of the women and the men, right? And they're quite like you give this like a gender balance review of these two roles, right? And but then the last part, the final part of your paper and your presentation, start talking about, you move your focus on women only, the roles of the women only. Right? So I don't know, this is how I feel about it. It's like, it's that in the beginning, you didn't know what your focus is. And then later on, you kind of suddenly change your focus. Let's go focus on women. Huh? So maybe you sometimes you have to make it very clear in the beginning, especially your introduction part, right? Okay, our focus is on women's roles, right, in the society, right? And although we're going to review, the two roles, right? The roles of women and the men in the society, and we will focus on women only. If you have this statements you made in your paper, like in the first introduction part, right? And then you give some expectation, right? So, okay, and later you're going to do this survey, and the survey questions will be focused on women's roles. But all in all, and I think you did a good job at this oral presentation part. And I think, in terms of your paper, the content of your papers, you really need some revisions, especially for some terms. The terms you use should be consistent, and they should be reasonable. It's you kind of don't know what terms you should use. Like what we said, the respondents, interviewers, reviewers, you totally got confused about these terms. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, first of all, I think this project is a very good one, and the whole presentation is very good. It's one thing when you are presenting yourself, be confident, and you just to ask what you did with your confidence. It's okay, and you did very well. I'm concerned about the contents of the format of this paper. You have to follow the books. What kind of format? Reference, yeah.
Constructing, effective, project.
Also the format.
Should be APA style.
APA style, yeah. APA style. Follow them from the very beginning to the end. And I also find some typos. Just in the very beginning, table of contents.
Oh, wow.
There should be no typos. The first one, yeah. So it's I think it's easy to locate it from your PC.
Yeah, it's easy to check, the spelling errors.
Find errors. Don't leave any errors in your out. And I just one question for which one of you? It's about not about this project. For yourself, what do you learn the most from this project? Just give me a short answers for each one of them. What did you learn most from this project? Start with Angela.
Our time to get together, do this project. We are busy at work, have no time to do this, too much time to do this.
So who is responsible for combining everything together? Natasha? Oh, yeah. Anything happen during the process of your project? Any sorry about okay.
We don't have much time to methodology and turn to后面就是分析那个资料，对，没有足够的时间。
Okay, listen, there are something.
Actually, I'm from Mumbai. So, in this study, I know who I am. And I know about I told you after the study, we have two more ideas. So if the Taiwan has a problem, I say, oh, Taiwan has a problem. So activity red, decline. Activity red, I don't want to make a girlfriend because I'm not a man. So I learned, oh my God, I'm not a man. The activity red, decline. Maybe cost, population agent. That was maybe
So I'm wondering why you're interested in this topic. Why? Who came up with this topic?
Get inspiration from the movie, like the Dao, the movie.
Movie, which one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It shows different critique of the women's state. It was a disease that made men decrease dependability. And give me some idea.
So you initiated this topic, right? And how did you convince them to join your project?
because we love
You love women.
movie.
So you all have
Japanese movie.
Okay, have seen this movie.
Yes.
And, okay. That's it. Yeah. The question from here? No. No. Okay. Ask enough questions. You're done. The question. Okay. So you just now you need to step outside and wait for 5 minutes.
Maybe,